August 29th, 2005. A date forever etched into the heart of Louisiana. 20 years ago today, Hurricane Katrina struck with a force that shattered levees, destroyed homes, and tore families apart. Streets became rivers, the air was filled with fear, and a city known for its resilience was brought to its knees. There were voices of survival. One of those voices belongs to Jihad. At just 18 years old, he had never seen anything like it. Water swallowing everything in sight. Gators roaming the flooded streets and neighbors crying out for help. In that moment, he had no choice but to step into survival mode. Not just for himself, but for his family and the people around him. This is his story. Raw, real, and unforgettable. And what you're about to hear is only part one, because the storm was just the beginning. What came next was horrific. On the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, we honor not just the devastation, but the courage, the community, and the unbreakable will to survive. Welcome to the story of Jihad.
I was 18 years old, just graduated high school, like 3 months before August 29th, 2005. I got the news somewhere around August, I would say between the 21st to the 24th, about Hurricane Katrina. So we got the news probably like a week before the August 29th, somewhere like that. So anyway, during that time, me, my mom, my stepdad at the time, my little brother, of course, he was like 5 years old, and we tracking hurricane. At this point, somewhere between that time before August 29th, the hurricane was like, way away from us. Days went on, time went on, she was moving faster. Category 5 hurricane. So we started watching the news, we done all this, doing all that. So we like, it's gonna turn around, it ain't gonna, whatever. We just ride it out if it comes like we did the rest of them. All right, cool. So we did that. So as it approached us, as we get close to August 29th, that's when we knew she was heading to the border of Louisiana. And we couldn't do that at the time anyway, because my mama car was broke at the time. She was in the process of getting it fixed, but obviously that didn't work, that didn't happen. So August 28th, I'll never forget it. So I'm walking, to where we was living in the neighborhood or whatever like that. Because we stayed in apartments at the time. So we were walking through the apartment, me and a very few other people was outside, and it was dark, it was, it was about to rain, it was all that. So we knew it was coming. At this time, we was like, ain't nothing we could do at this time. The governor, she did not give a mandatory evacuation. So, people choose to stay, some people left. So, we was like, fuck it. We gonna do what we do. Whatever, we can't do nothing at this point anyway. So as I'm walking during that day or whatever like that, people that were staying in apartments with me, they were older. Like my mama age, and a little older. And like, it wasn't no young ones out there, like really, like it was all grown motherfuckers. But they was all in it too, in them apartments with us. A lot of people that choose to stay, I was more closer to them anyway. So I was cool either way, so I'm like, cool. At least we ain't on, the people that's, still left. But anyway, so, time went on during that day. So the next day come. Next morning, never forget it. Next morning come, it was early in the morning, I would say 7, 8, something like that. It's raining hard. It's crazy. So it woke me up. So I heard my mama yell, "It's water through the house." So I jumped up. So when I jumped up, I seen water coming through my room. So I opened my room door. It's water all in the kitchen, because it was a 2-bedroom apartment. So me and my mama's room was across the hall from each other. And they had the kitchen in the middle, You go around the living room, whatever. All that would have water. I'm like, damn, it's a lot of water, whatever. So I go in there, in the kitchen/living room, I seen water coming through the walls, which is about a patio door. Seen water coming through the walls, seen shit caving in. I seen that. So to back up a little bit, before I got out when I got out of my bed to see all that water, the wind and all that blew my window out. And the tree came in with it. So I called my stepdad. I called him in there to help me, like he can do something. So we trying to hold the window up, the frame, because it already blew out the frame, but the tree was coming in at the same time. Ain't nothing we could do. So I had a whole tree in my room. That's when I left the room and seen all that, the water coming through the wall and the roof caving in. So anyway, I goes outside. I sees water everywhere. When I seen all that, I seen people outside. So, I go to them, we talk, whatever. Like, it's getting crazy. So we in the middle of this. Ain't nothing nobody can do at this point. So we goes outside. We meet up with everybody else. A lot of people are real close to me from the hood. So we rocked out. So Tyrone, we never got along at the time. We was around each other. I didn't like him, he didn't like me, but we all got together, stuff like that, trying to come up with a plan. Me, him, and a couple of other people, whatever. A couple of homies and stuff. We all go to the store. We walk down the highway, which is far from us, and we live in New Orleans East. So we walking down the highway down to the gas station. Of course, we gonna get anything that we need, the whole shebang. So we go. At this time, it looked dark, but it's evening time though. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't raining at this time, but it was flooded. It was hella flooded, especially where we was going. So we get down there, do all the things, we come back, right? So as the day go by, we went our separate ways. Like everybody went back into their apartments. Well, that night was the same night, August 29th. I slept in my mama's car. I had the windows down. Car was broke, but I was able to at least turn the car and let the windows down because it was hot. We talking about 100 degrees, heat index, 105, 110 type shit. In August down there. So I go to sleep in there. Mosquitoes tearing me up, eating me alive. Cause I had 2 guns or whatever. Then 2 of my friends left for me before they left or whatever. I was strapped up. But I'm talking about, hey, I couldn't shoot the mosquitoes though. I couldn't really go to sleep, but I had to. I was drained. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was trained so the mosquitoes would eat my ass alive. I couldn't wait to get out that car. So anyway, I'm sleeping in the car, whatever have you. My mom and my stepdad, my brother, they in the apartment. They in her room, because her room didn't get that much damage, but they got some water. The bed didn't get wet, which is weird. Anyway, so they was in there. I slept in the car. Next morning come. Now we had August 30th. No rain at this point. Rain had stopped. It's like the rain had rained so much to where it didn't even rain no more. From the time the hurricane left where it came from, which was Florida and Mississippi, and came to us. So the rain had stopped. There was no more rain. It just flooded. It's like the water wasn't going nowhere. It was damaged. Hella damage. Which was crazy. No electricity, no nothing. Everything just whatever. So it was August 30th. I ain't never really go to sleep because it's hot. So I get out of the car, go in the house, check on my people, they're already up. The food that we had in the refrigerator, which was still good, because it's been less than 24 hours before the fridge went out. So me and my stepdad started taking what we had and start using the grill that we had, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever little cheap grill we had, and we used that to cook the food that we need. And a lot of other people did that as well. That was backed up. So after all that, we all get together again. We conjugate, whatever. Ain't too much we can do. Like I say, survival mode. Me and Tyrone, somehow we went to go into apartments and shit to get whatever we need. Well, it was the perfect time for me because, like I said, I never liked him. You feel me? And him had altercations before. This was the perfect time to get him. So we goes in his one apartment. So I'm standing behind him. He goes in the apartment first and he looked back at me. I said, man, go ahead, bro. I ain't gonna do your scared self nothing. You hear me? So I could see his face. It's like he seen a ghost. Because I really was going to do him something. Like, it's the perfect time. You know what I'm saying? So he goes in there. I goes in there behind him, but I'm always behind him. Though. I knew he was uncomfortable. I understand that. He thought it was over. He did. So boom, we grab what we need and we go to other apartments. We do the same thing. So I let my guard down because I was talking more. And this whole time I was just begging him in. Whatever. We get done with all that, we go back. So we went to go, I say about 2 miles down, you heard me? To go to, it was like a thing, it was Vegas, Ace Hardware, something like that, because his mama and this lady, you know, they wanted a generator. Which I don't know if they thought they was going to do with it, but that's what they want. So boom, we all go. I'm like, shit, you know, there's a whole shopping center right there. So I'm going to go to Winn-Dixie and grab more food for me and mine and, you know, whoever, right? So we go in Ace Hardware store. He gets a generator. Boom, I grab what I need. Everybody, it was like a bunch of us. It's probably like 15 of us. You heard me? About 10, 15 of us. Right? So at this time, like I said, they had cars that we can drive in that part where we was for so much. So we had to get out and walk. So that's how, you know, we ended up bringing that generator back. Now, his mama and old girl wanted that generator. Now, in my mind, I don't know about nobody else, they couldn't use it anyway. How you gonna do it? Right? He bring it back to the apartments. His mama, shout out to his mom, you heard me, that's my baby right there. And old girl, they was arguing over the generator. So old girl told Tyrone, I'll pay you $100 for it. But Tyrone mama said, you know, give it to me. So it started a fight between old girl and Tyrone mama. They on a fight. Some shit they came on you, which was funny at the end. All that went down, right? Now Tyrone not thinking, well, I'm still on your head. It ain't no. In his mind, he know that. So anyway, I go back, you know, link up with my mom and them, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So my partner, Dooney, he had an apartment in the next building from me. Before the hurricane happened, he told me, hey, bro, if you need anything, go to my apartment and get you whatever you need. They had just made groceries before all that shit, too, I remember. So I knew food was in there, bang, I knew that. Those and all that, right? So me and my stepdad, we goes in there. He said, damn, this whole time you ain't tell me. I said, man, I wasn't even thinking really until I thought about it. The Dooney told me whatever. And Dooney apartment didn't even get touched. Like, it was crazy. We could have slept in there. I don't know why we didn't. That's how I got the, you know, the 2 years, you know what I'm saying? Over there, because he left there for me. But anyway, go in there and get food. So we go back to our apartment. You know what I'm saying? That's how you survive a little longer. This is August 30th. Right? Then after Hurricane Katrina hit. So anyway, as the night goes, I had to go back to the store. Tyrone had to go to the store. So it's just me and Tyrone. It's dark now. Pitch black. No lights, no nothing. You heard me? You got a flashlight, cool. You heard me? It seemed like the water had risen. But that's what it was doing. It was rising. Which was crazy. So there was more water than early that day until that night. So it felt like it was a lot of shit, right? So it's pitch black. We mobbing. So me just being him. We walk all the way down the highway to go to the store and get whatever. Because at this time, everything been ran through pictures, so we trying to get whatever we can get. Survive, right? So, boom. We go there. Like I said, it's dark, pitch black. So we walking down the highway. As we walking, I'm looking. So he looked. He said, man, what the fuck is that? The whole crocodile gate or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Walking around the road. Oh, we stupid. We're already close to where we need to be. So in my mind, I'm thinking, there gotta be more around here. Like, this can't be the only one. We heard him get to the stove, grab what we can get. Not too much, but we grab some. Now we gotta walk back. We don't know what's going on, right? So at this time, this is where we was building our blind, which is crazy. As we mobbing back, I'm spooked, he's spooked, you heard me? And that wasn't the only one we seen. That was just the only one we seen up close. We seen more in the distance, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only one we seen up close. So we get back. Like I said, it's nighttime. So boom, we, bring back what we need. So now we thinking we need to trying to find a plan with all these people how to get up out where we from, right? Me and Tyrone was getting cars and stuff to get around instead of walking like that, unless we can go in an area where it's not flooded. You know what I'm saying? Because where we was totally flooded, but you get to a certain point, then you gotta hop out, then walk, then it was like that. 80% of the city was underwater, so that tells you something. So anyway, we getting calls. So that was that night, doing all that, you know what I'm saying? Trying to see how far the water is in the city. That's why we was doing that. Trying to see, okay, we got wheels, take this car, we already got gas in it. Man, we gonna, hot wire this car and let's see how far we can get, to see. So we did that. So boom, we knew, okay, we can get this far to this, but how are we gonna get through by the interstate? We thinking like that, right? We, tell everybody. So everybody on board, we trying to get from back where we at. Like I said, we in New Orleans, we in swamp area. So anyway, the next day, me and Tyrone planned, we got everybody that's gathered. And we had to get multiple calls to do that. Because all the people were going to fit this in one car. So we did that. Me and Tyrone was able to get them from where we was all the way to a certain point in eastern New Orleans on Chef Tour Highway. That's the same highway we was walking down going to the store because they run long as hell. We get to that destination, so the 18-wheeler pull up, right? So it's probably at this point, they had already people in that waiting area where this truck was supposed to come, where they was sending them. We didn't know that. We just was told shit, everybody believed it, and it really happened. People really doing that shit. But anyway, so we get to that 18-wheeler pull up. Trailer probably like a 50-something footer. At this point, I would say it's probably like 40, 50 people on the back of this damn trailer. So we get on there, we go to the convention center. All right, this is on a Wednesday. So we go towards outside of New Orleans, you used to get on I-10. You can hit I-10 two different ways coming out the east. If you're coming where we was coming from, 3 different ways. So instead of this dude, the truck driver, going west of I-10, he go east of I-10 or something like that. He goes into, like he was going towards the ninth wall, went into the water and got us stuck in the middle of Gentilly, New Orleans. It's an idiot. So all of us had to get out. This water at this time was probably I would say about 4 feet. So I'm only 5'2". My stepdad had to carry her. I had to carry my little brother through this water. He's on the interstate, coming off the on-ramp because he got stuck. He couldn't even get the truck out. So at this point, a lot of people was standing on the side of the interstate, on the interstate. So this 18-wheeler that had other people on it, they stopped and got us. To me, that's a blessing now I think back at it. Now, it's probably at this point, but then 100 people on the trail. When I say when we got to that convention center, I probably would say it's probably 100,000 people there. I ain't lying. Yeah, people's everywhere. This is on a Wednesday. People's everywhere. So we get all off the trail. Me, Tyrone, everybody that we was in the apartments with, we all came together to the convention center, including the other motherfuckers that, miscellaneous or whatever, like I was saying. But all the people that was with us in the apartments, we all got out that same truck. So all that stuff we went through. This when the mayhem started. I'm gonna cut it off right there.
And that's just the beginning. What you heard today is only part of that story. A glimpse into the fear, the loss, and the courage that came from Hurricane Katrina. 20 years later, the memory remains, but so does the strength of those who survived. From the darkness of the storm rose hope, resilience, and the unbreakable spirit of Louisiana. Today you heard about Jihad, just 18 years old, a young black man who was forced into survival mode as he fought to save his family and friends so they could escape the drowning city. And in all of that chaos, he was forced to face his enemy, Tyrone. These men wanted each other dead, but they had to think, we're either going to destroy one another or we can set aside our hate and form a brotherhood so we both can survive and get everybody out of this situation. But look, this was only the first chapter. Once they reached the convention center, they thought it would be better, but things took a turn for the worst. What happened inside of those walls is a story of desperation, humanity stripped bare, and the kind of darkness that most people never even lived to tell about. That was part 1. And if you thought that was intense, you haven't heard anything yet. Stay locked in with Forensic 8888 because part 2 is going to shake you to your core. I'm out.